Hello everyone, welcome back to some more Let's Play Deus Ex. I'm your host Tim. So we are back from, I guess, disability and recovering from the implantation of our mechanical implants, literally. Something seems to be wrong with our retina display, and we need to go and see the tech who can help us out. Let's see if we can figure out where he is. We're also in a semi-rushed because there appears to be a hostage situation. We'll take a look around here a little bit later.
My God, Mr. Jensen, I didn't think you'd... Oh, wow. I guess you hear about the break-in. Did you need directions or something?
It hasn't been that long, Cindy. I may not look the same, but my memory's pretty intact.
Oh, I didn't mean... I mean, of course, your memory's fine, sir. It's just that well, things have been switched around a lot ever since the... Well, since the...
Ever since the first attack?
Yes, sir. The lab floors were pretty much demolished. We're rebuilding them, but most of our researchers are working off-site now. Everyone else has been shuffled around, so if you need help finding someone...
We do want to see where Pritchard's office is.
Where's the tech lab?
It's not really a lab, sir. It's more of an office with a lot of computer equipment shoved in it. Mr. Pritchard complains about it all the time. Go up the stairs behind me and take a right. You'll find it near the end of the hall.
I don't suppose we moved the helipad, did we?
I don't see how we could have moved it. Oh, you're teasing me. Very funny, Mr. Jensen. Go up the stairs to the second floor, then around the cafeteria to the exit. I think I saw Farida heading there earlier.
Thank you, Cindy.
I'll find my way.
If you say so. It's good to have you back, sir.
I'm going to have to play him a little tougher than my normal characters are, less polite. It seems like...
I just hope it turns out okay. Not like 6 months ago.
I'm not sure how I feel about this memorial.
What do you mean? The least we can do is remind everyone of the sacrifices our scientists made for this company. For the world, even.
Yeah, it's the reminding part that bothers me. I've been in therapy for months trying to forget that night. Seeing the bodies coming out all burned up like that.
I wasn't there, but I heard it was gruesome.
Megan, Eric, Vasily, the whole team gone in one awful flash.
Hello?
How could this have happened?
The how is not important anymore. We need to honor them by being true to their vision. Show those terrorists that they can't stop us from finishing the job.
I don't know what to think.
Wow, I've never seen that conversation before. I agree with him. You need to keep working, and a memorial like this is a good way to inspire everyone to remember the past and not well, I suppose in this case, not let what work they had done go in vain. Remember the work that they've done, try to continue it, and look beyond the situation. As for her not wanting to see the memorial, the only thing I can say is hopefully therapy will help her get past this problem. She doesn't have to look at it, I suppose. She'll have to train herself not to. But it's not right to stop someone else from wanting to view this and having those memories because they might offend someone else. I don't think that would matter. Or shouldn't matter, in my opinion.
I know, but Jensen, isn't it a bit early to toss him back into the trenches?
I hear he's almost fully recovered.
His body accepted augmentations with remarkable ease, but that doesn't mean his mind did. We all know what happened when he was with SWAT.
The Mexican Town massacre wasn't his fault.
Then why was he kicked off in force? I'm just saying he's too much of a risk.
No. Nope, you don't get to badmouth me while I'm here. Sorry, sir.
Jensen, didn't hear you coming. You should probably be heading for the helipad, don't you think?
You like to think that, but I overheard you.
Care to repeat what you were saying about me to my face, Peterson?
Hey, listen. I didn't mean anything by it. I'm just tense about the Milwaukee Junction situation. Everybody is.
And you think telling people that their chief of security isn't up to the job is a good way to make them feel better?
No, that's not what I... Look, Jensen, everybody here knows what happened to you 6 months ago. Normal people don't recover from augmentation surgery this fast.
I guess I'm not normal then.
Apparently not.
Glad we could clear that up. Oh, and for the record, I wasn't kicked off the force. I quit.
That's not what the papers said.
The papers lie.
Welcome back, Mr. Jensen. The new look suits you.
Poor guy. Really awkward. Again, we'll have a chance to look at all this after the hostage situation, where we'll take a look around and talk about the building and everything happening in it. We are in a somewhat of a rush. I also really like the big bro on the cameras. I only recently started reading 1984. It's amazing what a incredible book that is. Holy crap. I shouldn't talk too much about it. I'll just quickly say that I see a lot of that kind of happening around today. It's kind of sad in a way, but awesome in another, to see what actually will happen in real life.
About time. What happened? You get stuck in an air duct on the way over?
Yeah, nice to see you too, Francis. Something's wrong with my retinal display. Can you fix it?
If it's what I think it is, probably. Of course, it might sting. Looks like your left and right imaging processors weren't completely in sync. But don't worry, your Sentinel health implant will kick in soon, repairing any damage that might have caused. Your retinal display should be fine now. Its recognition software won't be picking up hostiles yet, but you should be seeing radar and targeting reticules. Biomedical data too, if you're in pain.
Right. We done here? Because Sarif is waiting for me at the helipad.
I know. Radicals have broken into our manufacturing plant and taken hostages. Maybe this time you'll actually save people.
Screw you! You don't get to say that. Well, you do. You totally can, but I want to... Oh my goodness.
If you got a problem with me, Pritchard, why don't you just say it and get it over with?
Why no, Jensen. I don't have a problem with you. If anything, I blame myself.
The mighty Pritchard blaming himself. That's gotta be a first.
I'm the one who told Sarif we needed a physical security team to protect us. If he'd read my report closely enough...
Wait a second. Are you saying it was your idea to hire me?
Not you, Jensen. I wanted Dynacore, Sharp Edge, or Bell Tower. All the top private security contractors were on my list, but Sarif wanted somebody in-house. And so did Dr. Reed.
Oh, no. Yup, you leave Megan out of this.
I suggest you leave Megan out of this.
Why, Jensen? It's no secret how close the two of you were. And let's face it, you'd just been fired from SWAT for that massacre in Mexican Town. No one was about to hire you.
You really have to stop getting your news from those Picus blogs, Francis. They only confuse you.
The point is, if Sarif had listened to me, we wouldn't be having this conversation. But Megan, God love her, always did have Sarif's ear.
Sarif's ear is going to be hearing a report about violence in the workplace if you keep this up. You really feel like continuing?
Point taken.
Where are you, Adam? You don't have time to mess around. Get to the helipad, or something seriously bad is gonna happen.
I think they believe us to be delayed because we did talk to Cindy and or the person downstairs who was talking to the other gentleman about our leaving of the force. I think if we skip that, I don't think they yell at us. But yeah, but he's right. We should be heading over there. But I do want to stop and listen to all the conversations which occur.
All the contracts we lost because of the last attack and the Washington hearings being postponed. Now this. Damn fanatics.
Do you think the news is right? That a pro-human group is behind this, Mr. Cannon?
Don't spread rumors, Dabell.
Sorry, sir.
As if working so much wasn't bad enough. We gotta defend ourselves against a bunch of self-righteous lunatics.
Being so understaffed.
You're not complaining now, are you, Dobell?
No, Mr. Cannon. Sorry.
Right. With all the work that happens in this place, I can totally see a group of people really protesting it. We'll talk a little bit later about what mechanical implants of this nature, or even cybernetic implants, I suppose, to make people think faster, react quicker, would do to society as a whole. There's so much stuff to even think about when it comes to that, but I can totally believe that the vast majority of people would probably be against such augmentations. And even though Sarif Industries here, we've taken a big hit with that terrorist, with the terrorist attack on our facilities, people would still be against what we do. Hello, Farida.
Welcome back, Jensen. Didn't think we'd see you around here for a while yet.
You know how it goes, Malik. Duty calls.
Don't I know it? I was in my wingsuit halfway to the top of the Renaissance Center when I got the 911. But you 6 months is a hell of a short time to come back from the dead. You sure you're ready for this?
Normally I challenge, but she's not asking to be confrontational. She sounds concerned, so we'll reassure her.
Only one way to find out.
Roger that. The boss is already on board, arguing with the DPD's tactical response team. They've got the plant surrounded, but Mr. Seraph wants you to go in first. You all set here? Because the sooner we take off, the better it will be for everyone.
I'm ready.
Great. Then let's get airborne.
I told Farida to put us down on a roof. I don't want the crowd seeing you go in.
Fine. As long as she pulls you out the minute I'm gone. So what am I looking at here? Who are these guys?
Pro-human purists, or so they say. The same purists who've been firebombing limb clinics all over the country.
You buy that?
Nah, I don't think it's a coincidence they hit us today, only hours after we moved the Typhoon in for assembly line factory.
The Typhoon? Megan's team was testing it the day that bastard... Who's on point for these guys?
Adam. I know you and Megan were once...
Who is on point for these guys?
Goes by the name of Sanders. That's him, there. He's an augmented, Adam. So he can't be one of the mercs who attacked us, but he did know exactly how to get inside our plant.
All right. So how do you want me to handle this?
First priority is the Typhoon. I'm keeping SWAT out until you've secured it. As far as rules of engagement go, I'll defer to you. Lethal or non-lethal?
We'll go non-lethal to start. Hopefully we get a weapon that makes less noise than a rifle or what have you.
I'm not looking to start a firefight in there, just neutralize them.
Okay. But just make sure those bastards don't wake up and warn their friends. You remember what it's like in there? A lot of tight enclosed hallways, but the labs themselves are pretty open, high ceilings. So, do you want something you can use from a distance, or up close?
I prefer both, but if you're gonna give me a choice, I suppose I'll take the distance weapon.
Give me something with distance. If I get too close, I'll take them out personally.
Just try not to break anything expensive. The Typhoon should be in the factoring labs. But Pritchard will tell you more as you go in. I've got him running comms.
Terrific. Anything else?
Keep your eyes open for hostages. Free them if you can, but the Typhoon is your #1 priority. We developed it for the Alphabet agencies, and if we don't deliver it to them intact and still a secret, well, I'm sure you'll get the job done right.
Gentlemen, prepare for landing.
Okay, let's make our way in, and I guess we'll talk to SWAT before we actually get involved in the situation.
You ready to go in? Good. Seen a few of them coming out for a smoke every now and again, so be careful.
Look at this. They're sending in a can opener to do a man's job. Those Purity First assholes are just gonna love this.
Oh, right. We're augmented. Purity First probably absolutely loathes any augmentations on people whatsoever. They'll be looking to tear me apart if they get the chance. Oh, right, our inventory system. Is that this button? These are our quests. Our inventory. All right, everyone, I'm going to cover this extremely quickly. These grayed out sections are areas of inventory we do not have access to because we have to take upgrades to our rig, basically, in order to carry additional weight. As you can see, items have a... They have a size. This is like, oh god, we dropped it. There we go. You can, how can you, oh, there we go. You can move them to some other spot in your inventory, etc., etc. You can also rotate the items. I just don't remember how to do that at the moment. Right mouse, flip the item. Alright, so how do I, oh my god. Okay, well, we don't need to flip it at the moment. I'll handle this off screen. So, I do like reading about all the items that we've picked up, and so you can expect me to spend some time and read everything the first time we grab it. So this is our tranquilizer rifle, packs 20. Actually, why don't we read everything at the end? So, when I'm about to stop playing, I'll take some time and look at the items then. Oh, that's not my reload button. Alright, hold on, everyone. I gotta figure out how things work really quick. Okay, everyone, sorry about that. I just had to remember how to holster a weapon. Okay, you can see the hotbar down below. You can see the radar down to the lower left. I am the yellow arrow. You can see my facing. Friendlies are green. Hostiles who have not seen me are gray, I believe. And hostiles who do see me will turn yellow if they're suspicious, and red if they see me and are firing upon me. Upper left-hand corner, that's our health. We have 100 points. It can go over 100 health if you consume certain items. We have 2 points of battery power. Those will, I think we regenerate only the first one over time. Lower right-hand corner, that's my weapon with the number of rounds in the weapon itself. Above, and then we have the number of rounds total on my character below it.
Tell me you're the guy we've been twiddling our thumbs waiting for.
SI Security. Name's Jensen.
Jensen. Yeah. I thought I recognized you. Used to be on Team 2 till that Mexican town thing went down. I gotta say, you're the last person I pictured taking orders from a CEO.
Things change.
Not always for the better. Feel like getting in there and doing whatever it is your boss wants you to do? Because maybe then we can do our job.
Let's first ask him about what it is his job involves.
You look pretty dug in up here. What's the react team plan?
We got Alpha as point and Bravo as wing, both standing by to breach the target. We're coordinating from here, but until your boss gives us the go-ahead, we're just holding our dicks.
Realistically, how much time do I have before any shooting starts?
According to protocol, none. According to your lawyers, the sooner you get in there, the sooner we can hose this powder keg down and call it a day.
Gotcha. So they will not attack until we give them the go-ahead to do so. Probably because they want me to clear the structure and secure the typhoon, making sure it's still intact and still a secret.
We've got people inside. Any idea where I should look for them?
Yeah. Your plant manager, Josie Thorpe, managed to slip a call out before someone snatched her cell. She said the hostages are being held in an office near the assembly labs.
Makes sense. The workers were setting up for a production run, so they'd have been concentrated there.
You know more about that than I would. Anything else?
Intel on these purists. How much you got?
How much you want?
How many am I looking at down there?
Hard to say. We've spotted 3 in the courtyard, maybe half a dozen inside. But that's a sketchy estimate at best, since we seem to be getting a loop playback off your telecams.
That shouldn't be possible. I told Seraph to make sure Pritchard overhauled the system.
Well, someone inside must be tech savvy, because all we're seeing is a loop. For all we know, there could be 5, 10, or 3 dozen perps in there.
They communicate any demands yet?
Not yet, but I get the feeling they're not that organized. Most of the guys I've seen look like street bangers and thugs. The kind who get their jollies trashing equipment. You ask me, it's the man in charge you have to worry about.
The leader's name is Sanders, right? What's his story?
Zeke Sanders.
We're running background on him now. Looks like he fought 2 tours in the Gulf. One of them on a recycled military bill.
You mean he's augmented? Sarif told me he's not.
He used to be augmented. Says his augs made him do evil shit, so he ripped him out. Now he's got a whole crew of gullible street kids listening to his crap and ready to die for him. Or kill.
I think I've heard enough.
You sure? Wouldn't want to make your boss unhappy.
I got it from here. Sit tight. Wait for Sarif's signal.
Like we got a choice.
About fucking time. You know there are hostages in there, right?
Yep. Got here as soon as we could. We're close to it.
About time you got here. This door will take you to another roof overlooking the loading docks. Best way in. Now hurry!
Okay. Let's head on in.
Jensen, it's me, Pritchard. Where are you?
On a roof overlooking the plant.
Good. Your point of entry should be through shipping and receiving.
Should be, Francis. What the hell does that mean?
We have an employee entrance there, heavily guarded by purists, no doubt. So, if you're not a fan of the frontal assault, I suppose you could try accessing the building's roof.
You can die from falling in this game, similar to most FPSs. I seem to recall that your falling speed is rather abrupt as well. Mr. Jensen is, after all, probably, I don't know what percentage he is mechanically constructed of, like how much of him is augmented. I would have guessed probably close to 50 or 60%. And so you end up dropping like a stone from high places. Okay, so... Oh, we should... I didn't really... I don't think we can peek... Can we turn? No, we can't look around corners to my knowledge in the game.
Yeah, everything seems under control. No sign of SWAT. No sign of anything.
You're able to search bodies that you knock out, obviously. You can't pickpocket them, to my knowledge. Enemies that you knock out can be woken up by their friends if they're not dead, so just keep that in mind. I believe you can kill people that you knock out if you so wish, like, you know, put a bullet in their head or stab them to death or something like that. But we, what's the penalty for doing what we did? So... I don't really think there's much of a difference between the silent kill, which is what we did, silent takedown, which knocks someone out, or slaughtering someone instead. The slaughtering someone makes more noise, however. We also consumed a point of energy, but we recovered it. That's interesting. Huh. I thought that maybe it's 2 points of energy you recover slowly over time. So, in the game, I don't understand. So, when you use a melee ability, or you use one of your powers that requires you spending energy, you used to only recover the very final bar of it. 1 bar. Everything else required energy, what have you. Please, go away. Required energy for you to, required time for you to regenerate. No, what am I saying? Anything else required you to use energy bars or the like to recover instead. We were supposed to go on the roof. Oh, and people will totally see you peeking out around corners and what have you, so definitely want to stay behind cover. There's some explosive barrels here. We can't go any more in this direction. I think we'll double back the other way. I can't get good vision out there from this side. Let's use the side of the building to use our camera. That must be SWAT watching them. They're not at all afraid whatsoever. We're gonna wait for this gentleman to go back, and then we'll make our move. Oh, you know what we should also do? Hold on a second. No, I guess we'll leave on the objectives. I don't feel like messing with all of that nonsense. There's something flashing down there. I think that is rifle ammunition, which we're not going to need. I think that pretty much kills you if you step on it. There must be a way around it. Oh, and here it is. We earned 100 experience, which is what you see over there. Once Jensen reaches 5,000 total, he levels up. For every 5,000 experience he earns, he will level up. Leveling up will allow us to take different augmentations that you see here, with certain augmentations requiring several points in order to take a single rank of it. We'll go over them later when we actually have a few points that I've saved, or when it becomes... what am I talking about? We will go ahead and take a look at them later. Wow! What the heck? Silent sniper rifle and remote detonated explosive devices. What the heck are these? I don't ever remember finding these before. We will spend some time again and read all this stuff, and once we're done with this session. I don't think I'm going to need to use the sniper rifle here. We could pick them all off down below. But if we don't get discovered in a certain area, we gain a bonus experience. Well, we gain bonus experience.
Richard, I'm in.
Nicely done, Jensen. May I ask how?
A vent on the roof. It'll be in my report next time we discuss security loopholes.
Oh, goody. I'll be sure to take notes. The Typhoon is in the factoring labs. There's an elevator just past the assembly labs that will take you to it.
Got it.
That ghost 500 experience was because we weren't seen. There was no alarm raised. It's not quite ghosting, though. Ghosting would mean that we didn't even knock anybody out. I believe we make less noise crawling. I do see the guards down there. They're gray at the moment, and dark gray, which means that they're on a different level, Z level. They're lower or higher than we are. There's a guard there patrolling. Yeah, something I really liked about the patrols in this game is that they will look from side to side as they patrol.
Fuck! Zeke said there'd be something in here. How am I supposed to know what I'm looking for? Shit. I don't even know what any of this stuff means.
It's expensive, just take it.
We gotta find something before the cops bust in.
There are 5 of them here. We could do a firefight. We do have a pistol. But I like to not do that if possible. We can probably safely sneak past these guys and get somewhere. If there's 1 or 2 people, I really don't mind a firefight if it comes down to it. With this many and without any decent weaponry, it's going to be really tough, though. We'd have to charge them. That's a good way to die. Notice that the arrows are now all light gray. We are on the same level as them. I'm going to guess that this gentleman turns around. Okay. Why don't we hide over here? And watch what his patrol route is, and then we'll make our move. So this is one of the warehouses for the completed equipment. Some of the boxes you can search, like their tops are open, and they might have weaponry or what have you that we could definitely use. But it would mean knocking out or attacking these people. Something I don't really want to do at the moment. That leads back outside. Okay, see how those 3 arrows are all clustered together? Those people are probably in a conversation together. I'm going to try to avoid them at the moment. I'm also going to have to hope they're not inside here. They will notice doors opening and what have you. If they notice this, we're going to have to end up fighting them. Cafeteria, I suppose, for the workers here. Wow, you're listening to this stuff here at work? Oh, maybe the terrorists have taken over, are playing what they want to hear on the radio. I'm gonna move this over here. Actually, we might as well drink this. Oh, I want to read all this stuff first, which we're gonna do in a few more minutes, everyone, because we've been playing for almost an hour, I think. The music being played on that's from the airport field in the original Deus Ex. That's pretty awesome.
Anybody seen D-Rag?
Probably smoking a cigarette. Why?
He shouldn't be wandering off like that. Zeke wants us all on full alert.
What for? The popos ain't coming in here. Not while we's holding all the cards.
No shit. You see Zeke when that Hansen sneaked us? Never seen no one twitch that fast. He's gonna get us out of this.
Not if those popos catch us blazing. So split up.
Now we're gonna take a break for a word from our sponsor. Oh wait, I don't have no freaking sponsors. Let's get back to the smack.
Be tricky here because I don't know what their patrol routes are. Okay, he's walking back. The other gentleman is inside the room that we just left.
Fight back, all you true humans out there. Fight back. Don't let your hands do everything.
It's a gun turret, but it looks...
Blue boys, go ahead. Just try something.
Sure.
Oh!
Credit chips. Nice. We'll need all the money we can get. If you already have a pistol or a weapon in your inventory that they dropped, you will instead take ammunition for that weapon. This can be good and bad, because if I recall, you are able to sell weapons in the game. So keep that in mind. In fact, it's one of the reasons why I'll be trying to hold on to a few of the items we've picked up already. Okay, I'm not gonna go that way. Okay, let's spend some time and look at a few of these computer systems. Josie Thorpe, all staff. Final push on contract 2027001. Hello everyone. As you know, we are nearing the final stages of production for the Typhoon system. First, I'd like to thank you all for your hard work and dedication over the past weeks. Everyone should be proud. To successfully meet the rapidly approaching deadline, we must make one final push. To do this, we will need to increase production, running the plant on a 24/7 schedule. This means assembling a production staff for the next 2 weekends. If you're interested in working one or both of the weekend shifts, please sign up at my office. If you choose to work, you will be compensated accordingly. Josie, Plant Manager, Seraph Industries. You didn't! I know we can use the extra money, but if I go to Mom and Dad's without you, again, you know my dad's just gonna ask why you're putting in so many hours at Area 51. He refuses to see the work you do as good. Can't we discuss this, please? Hey, Trish. Gonna have to work again this weekend. We got an important rush job on Monday, and they need to get the line set up before then. Now, before you say anything, remember, it's time and a half, and you know we need the cash. Oh, sure, but assuming this is your wife, what's the saying? Happy wife, happy life? If she wants you to go with her and is willing to overlook the pay, I'd go with her. To all staff quality standards. Hello, all. We have all been working extra hard to deliver on some large contracts. As we push our production quotas, I would like to remind all employees of the need to take the necessary steps to ensure quality and safety in the workplace. 1-hour seminars have been arranged in all sectors to review the ISO 23000 manufacturing standards and to look at any issues you may have in response to maintenance of these guidelines. Your sector manager will contact each of you to arrange a time that works for everyone. Oh god, this looks like an ISO 9000 meeting standard audit. Oh god. We have the utmost confidence in the work you are doing. We urge you to attend these seminars as a means to ensure that we continue to innovate and strive for the quality that Seraph Industries is known for. Yeah, Greg. Thorpe. Line manager, Seraph Industries. Yeah, stupid ISO. It's not stupid. It is probably important that you have a means of keeping yourself in line and following a bunch of procedures to the letter whenever anything happens. But, I hate those meetings so much. Hi, it's Pritchard. To all staff, services have now been restored. Frank Pritchard. Nuclear Snake at sicorp.net wrote, there seems to be a network problem which is preventing us from accessing external resources. We are investigating the breakage and will let you know as soon as services have been restored. The IT department. Josie Thorpe to Samantha Barbie. Sam, can you send me the names and employees' numbers for everyone who will be working this weekend? We'll have to generate new security passcodes for all volunteers. HQ wants us to keep a tight lid on this one. Josie Thorpe, Plant Manager, Seraph Industries. I guess I don't want everyone knowing that people are working overtime, or other people might request to do so. We did search both bodies, right? Yes, we did. A few more minutes, everyone, and then we'll be calling it quits. Energy bar. Oh, what is this? The Sleepwalking World. Wake up! A fortress of lies is hidden in the heart of America. It has many names: Dreamland, Groom Lake, Area 51, Majake. For decades, the clandestine military facility has been declared a non-place. It does not exist. What transpires beneath the desert sands there is isolated from oversight of any kind. If they will not open it, they must be forced. Lethal military technologies are unleashed on a daily basis. Biological weapons research, exotic power systems, synthetic intelligences, the use of energetic devices and objects of paranormal and or xenoterrestrial origin. This place is protected by killers and assassins, by paid lackeys and turncoat politicians. It is shrouded in lies and deceit. There is no one to stop the mad scientists from tampering with forces beyond their understanding. Every day this black zone remains intact. We are threatened by the uncontrolled experimentation taking place there. What are they hiding? Oh, hello. Time does not pause, apparently, while you're reading notepads. So what do I think about this ebook? So, well, we discovered that recently, wasn't there a large leaks on WikiLeaks about the systems and viruses and or tracking mechanisms and or break code that the CIA had been developing, and I think they released it to everyone. And I believe, wasn't there some mention about how, didn't they ask a few companies to leave, like they found some vulnerabilities but did not want them fixed so that they could access various computer systems and what have you. I think that was the case. I'm not as read up on what occurred there as I should be. But it wouldn't surprise me to see that this sort of thing is happening. I remember also, if it was a few months ago, or maybe a year ago, a report upon how a group of scientists made an even deadlier version of the H1N1 swine flu. And of course, you know, if something bad happens in the lab and that gets out, you know, thousands of people will die. Like, absolutely horribly. It'll be a nightmare. But they do it anyway. I suppose, what's a good argument for doing that? Maybe it lets them understand the virus itself, how it mutates, and maybe learn how to build defenses against it? Oh, that was the UNATCO soundtrack. But on that same note, if there does become a disaster... Oh my goodness. I don't know. What price progress? And just because we can do something, should we be doing it? I'm never sure when it comes to that sort of thing. So he's waiting. Once he rounds the corner, we'll go out and knock him out. Since it looks like... Okay, let's do it. Thanks for the ammo, friend. I think we can leave him here. We'll drag him part of the way down. And maybe on this side of the boxes. Not exactly well hidden. Gentleman's facing the door right now. There he goes. He turned around. We can pretend that we have some sort of system which lets us look at people as they're walking around like this. God, can you imagine being punched in the face with a metal arm implant like that? Oh my goodness, you'd scream in agony. Oh, would you? Would the force just immediately give you a concussion and knock you out and that'd be the end of it? Okay, so let's grab another beer. This looks like a closet. Let's put him in here. And then we will read what we've picked up so far. And then call the session, everyone. So actually, there'll be no more exploring here. If you don't want to hear me read what we've picked up, by all means, thanks for watching so far, and I'll see you in the next one. Otherwise, we're going to spend a few minutes and look at all the stuff we picked up. So let's take a look. So what have we got? We have our cool tranquilizer. PAX-22 tranquilizer rifle. Knock individual targets unconscious at long range. Completely silent, but useless against robots. There is a delay of a few seconds before the drugs take effect. This delay will be longer on stronger targets. Warning, darts follow an arc when fired. They do not travel in a straight line. Use the scope's adaptable sight to line up your shot before firing. A non-lethal weapon developed for capture operations on wildlife and other organic targets. The PAX-22 tranquilizer rifle is very accurate at long range, extremely precise, and virtually silent. However, it can fire only a single round at a time, and its reloading action is slow. The weapon's drug load induces torpor and unconsciousness, but has no effect on non-organic targets. The PAX-22 supports standard reload upgrade speeds. It also has a targeting scope built into its design, therefore accuracy can be improved via the lead fire targeting suite, a special upgrade package that uses scope-leading software to predict the target's movements. Over here, we haven't really explained weapons very much. You can see what upgrades it accepts up here. This is the only one it does. And you can see how many times it can be uploaded. This is in addition, I think, to the special upgrade it can take. And our cool tranquilizer darts, what are these? Soft strike anesthetic capture rounds. A carton of dart-tipped projectiles with integral quick discharge anesthetic reservoirs, capable of penetrating light armor or thick hide when deployed by tranquilizer-style firearms. Manufacturer, Kaiga Limited. That puffy sound is annoying that the game's making on me. Cyber Boost Pro Energy Bar. Replenish a single cell of energy. Used from the inventory. Cyber Boost Pro Energy is an artificial food energy source, packed with proteins and carbohydrates. Stun gun darts. HD3 high-density discharge darts. Short-range, high-density, deep capacitance electroshock dart rounds, capable of delivering an electromuscular disruption charge of up to 20,000 volts when deployed from any stun gun type weapon. Bobson Synthetics Group creates it. So, you might be wondering, Tim, why on earth do you need a stun gun? You can just knock people out when you get close to them. Well, the stun gun... how to say this? The stun gun saves you energy. So in a situation where you're rapidly knocking out people, or maybe you ran across the room cloaked, which we might be able to do later on, that will consume a lot of energy. And then we might not have enough, or we might not want to spend any energy to knock someone out, in which case taking out a stun gun would work. The stun gun, though, makes a little bit of sound, such that people in the immediate vicinity will hear you. The same thing for the tranquilizer rifle. If you fire it point blank at someone, and there's someone else who's almost point blank next to you, they will hear that weapon fire and come to investigate. I've never seen this before. Remote detonated explosive device? What is this? M28 utility remote detonated explosive device. You're dead. Place and leave. Detonate all packs at once when you choose. Activation. Select and toss explosive devices as if they were grenades. Press and hold the throw button to detonate. A next-generation iteration of the venerable Satchel Charge demolition anti-armor device. The M28 is a user-deployed explosive twinned to a handheld short-range wireless radio detonator. M28 is versatile, capable of working alone against a single target or being slave to other M28 devices to create simultaneous explosions over a large area. Detonation is equally versatile, either using direct fire targeting, environmental triggers like pressure or temperature, or remote trigger. The M28 cannot be upgraded. Steiner Bisley GmbH. I don't know what that stands for. That might be their stock market information. We have the cool 10mm pistol. Take a look at this. The Zenith 10mm semi-automatic pistol. Medium range lethal weapon. A widely available jack-of-all-trades pistol used by everyone from gangbangers to generals. The Zenith 10mm pistol is a lightweight semi-automatic handgun with a short effective range but quick rate of fire, average ammunition capacity, standard reloading time, and regular damage capability. The gun supports all standard upgrades, plus one that's on its own. A specialized armor-piercing barrel modification. The gun also supports add-ons, such as silencers and laser targeting systems. That's what we see up here. Laser targeting, silencer, and whatever, and it's some sort of special upgrade, I guess. And these are all the times it can be upgraded. Wow, this thing can be quite powerful. And it's ammunition. A box of 10 by 25mm brass royals, 155 grain, high-performance rounds, specially designed to deliver stopping power and negligible drop or rise above point of aim when deployed by a 10mm pistol. Kaiga Limited. I hope you guys don't mind me reading this at the end of the mission. In the past, I would read this as I pick up the stuff, but then I find that breaks the flow of the game if I do that. Beer. Maharaja Hot Devil Ale. Gain an extra 5 health points, up to a maximum of 200. Used from the inventory. The British gave much to India, over 200 years of economic plundering, over 100 years of forced colonial rule, famines, rebellions, and... beer! What the devil? That's Maharaja Hot Devil, Sahib. Warning, alcoholic beverages will imbue the drinker with a small increase in damage resistance. Each additional beverage consumed will increase its effect. Adverse effects will include blurred vision, but that blurred vision does not last very long. Let's use one. And our cool silencer weapon. Silent sniper rifle. Longsword Whisperhead suppressed extreme range sniper rifle. Surser. A military spec ops variant of the standard longsword 202 Eraser sniper rifle. This highly accurate long-range bolt-action weapon features a built-in sound suppression system that renders it virtually silent, making the shooter in cover almost undetectable at long range. In addition, the rifle's extreme accuracy against distance targets allows it to send large-caliber rounds exactly where needed. It is the ultimate one-shot, one-kill weapon. The longsword Whisperhead Surcer supports all standard upgrade packages except the shot clock damage upgrade kit. It can also be equipped with the Spectra Point laser targeting attachment to dramatically boost its accuracy. Doesn't actually have that much damage output when you look at it here like this, but a headshot in this game is lethal to my knowledge. So, very important to hit him in the head. Okay, now really quick, I don't intend to probably be using the sniper rifle in the end game. In fact, not even in the beginning game. I'm only going to hold on to it to sell it probably later. I am more of a close range guy, so you should expect me to be using things like pistols or the like. Basically, not heavy weapons. I might take a shotgun, but I'm not entirely sure if I even want one of those yet. I believe there's a machine pistol in the game, and I will definitely be taking that as my preferred weapon of choice. And then we might be holding on to like a rocket launcher or something of the sort as well later on to deal with harder targets. And that will do it for this episode, everyone. Thank you guys for watching. When we come back, I guess we should drink into other beer, shouldn't we? We're a little blurry, but we've also, if you notice in the upper left-hand corner, we're now at 110 life. We're going to stop here. When we come back, we'll explore maybe the rest, hopefully, actually, the rest of the factory. And I'll see you guys then. Thanks for watching so far, and take care.